Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Ashabi, and today I'll be showing you 15 locations that you could actually move your darts to. Now this is usually thought under dart manipulation. If you do not know what dart manipulation is the movement of darts from one location to the other. And the movement of darts is very essential if you want to be a very successful fashion designer. Like, darts are like, who doesn't know that darts are like the most important asset of a fashion designer? Now in this video I'm going to be using the front part of my basic bodice pattern. If you do not know how to draft a basic bodice pattern, please check out my video on how to draft a basic bodice pattern. I'm going to keep the link in the description of this video. So let's just get into the tutorial. Now for this tutorial, all I'll be using is just my pencil. You see my pencil, I got the pencil from Nataraj. It's really okay for drawing. I have my ruler, my paper scissors. Paper scissors is fine, and the basic bodice pattern and the supply of paper. I actually use A4 for most of my videos, and I just glue them all together or use sellotape on it. So now I'm just going to place the basic bodice pattern on the paper and trace it out with my pencil. So I'm marking the burst point and I'm just going to trace out. Then I will have to mark out the waist darts, the dart legs, and every important part on this pattern. The shoulder dart points through. I'm going to mark the legs on the shoulder darts. I'm going to mark the bust line and also the chest line, because those lines are actually very essential to me in this video. So now I'm just going to move to the part where I'm going to connect the lines back. I'm just going to connect the bust line first. That's where I'm going to connect first. I'll connect the bust line. After that, I'm going to just write out the bust line, because labeling the pattern is really important. Now I'm going to connect it to the end. I'm going to connect my shoulder darts back to the bust point. So I'm just going to connect it back, and then I'm going to connect my waist back, the waist dart back to the bust point too. Now after I'm done with that, I'm just going to write the waist, because that is the first location that you can actually place your dart. So I'm going to number it as 1. And now the bust line, we're going to write it as your center bust level. That is another location that you could actually place your dart. So that's the center front bust level. So I've already labeled it as 2. You can see that already in the video. Now the next location will be the center front waist. I'm actually going to connect from the tip of the center front waist to the bust point. Note that all that connects to the bust point, because that is basically like the center of your body, like the 1/4 of your body, the center part. So that's like the center front of your waist. That is what I'm going to call my third location. And then I just had to sharpen that edge. Now I'm going to the center front of my neck, and that will be my 4th location. You could actually, most of you would have seen designs of outfits that the dart connects to the center front of the neck. Like, those designs are really common. Now we're going to move to another location, which is the mid shoulder. That one was already there, so I just wanted to point it out. That's going to be my location 5 for where we can actually place the dart. Now the middle of the neck, you can actually place a dart from the middle of the neck. So we're just going to measure like the middle of the neck if you want, but this is just a rough illustration. So I'm just going to connect it to the middle of the neck, and that's going to be the mid neck location. That's 0.6. And then the middle of the middle neck and the first shoulder dart leg from the neck area That's actually going to be our shoulder neck point. That's the shoulder neck point location, and that's point 6. And then the one that points to the tip of the bodice, that's the side seam area, is called the French point or French location. Basically, any seam that runs around that side, we used to call it the French seam. So like anything around that side is going to be called French, because they're all French stitches. From those angles, those locations are actually French, called French locations. So we're going to number them 8, 9, 10 respectively. Now the one that is directly opposite the center front bust level is going to be our straight or sick level. Like that part, we call it the sick point or sick location. That's what we call it in fashion. So that's another location you can actually place your dart. Now the next one is the middle of the armhole. You can actually place your dart at the middle of the armhole. It's a very good location to put your dart. And also you could choose to put it at your shoulder tip. That's a very good location to put your dart. Now the remaining 2 locations are actually locations that were just discovered and people just use it because we all know that fashion changes and fashion evolves. So basically the new locations that we just put at that is just at the middle, like the other leg of the waist dart, and at the middle of the French and the waist dart. Those are the new locations that people just like to place that just to create like a new trend. So those are other places you can actually place your dart on. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share this video. And if you have any comments, don't forget to drop it in the comment section. If you love this video, don't forget to drop it in the comment section. And if you want more of this kind of content, don't forget to drop it in the comment section. I love you all.